Hi, so today's objective is to record yourself singing the dominant 7th chord and then resolve to the tonic triad in major, tonic major triad. So I'm going to show you how to do that on GarageBand, recording yourself singing 4 different parts. So eventually your end result will be a one-man choir and singing 5/7, resolving to a root position 1 chord. Okay, so what I just did is I opened GarageBand and just selected creating a new project using the built-in input method from my computer, and it took me to here. So before you start, what's important is you know what key you're going to be singing this in. So I've discovered that for me, F major, Do works well for my singing range. Do or Do. Then my dominant So would be here. So it's important to establish your tonal center before you start so that you'll be able to sing in tune. Do, Do, So. So that's going to be the root of my 5/7 chord. So that's number 1. And another thing is you want to play this built-in metronome so that eventually your 4 tracks can move at the same time. Okay, so I don't want it to be very fast, so I set it to 60 here. You can just increase or slow down the tempo here. Okay, and the next thing is to know, since we're stacking the voices, the root of my chord, So, will come in first. So, then it will sustain through, say I want to wait 2 counts before the next voice comes in. So my bass will be sustaining that for 2 counts, then the tenor will come in 2 counts later, alto will come in 2 counts later, soprano will come in 2 counts later. So altogether, my bass note needs to sustain for 8 counts before it resolves to the tonic. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Right, so now we can go ahead and get started. So, Do, Do, So right here. So I'm going to record my bass voice, which is So, resolving to Do, dominant to tonic. So now that I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and click record. Before I record, I check again. So, Do. Okay, so that's my bass. Let's hear it. Okay, so now that I'm done with the bass, what's also important is you move this cursor back to the beginning so your second track can start at the same time. And we're going to go to the top menu in the top left corner, and there's an option called track. So you click on track and then you say add new track here. And same thing, you're going to use the same built-in input method, and we start creating right here. Okay, so now as you can see, there's track 2 is ready to be recorded. So now track 2 is going to be my tenor voice. So, Do, So, T right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit record. And this time I'm actually going to hear the previously recorded bass. So that's a good thing because you want to sing on top of that. T, Do. Stop there. Okay, all right, so now next I'm gonna do the same, repeat, add a new track. and just create a new track. And now I already have 2 tracks here, the bass and the tenor. Now I'm going to sing the alto voice. So, ti, re. So that's my alto voice. And alto is the one that, so, ti, re, the chord of fifth, that doesn't have a strong tendency. So I get to choose how I want to resolve it. So I'm just going to pick the tonic. So re will resolve down to do. Right? So now that we're ready, remember to bring this to the beginning so we can record on top of the previous tracks. And now hit record. Re, do. Okay, so now we have 3 tracks. We just have one last one to add here. So let's repeat the same steps. Go to track, add a new track, and go through the same steps. Now another one is ready for me. So, ti, re, fa. So make sure that you hear the dominant 7. So, ti, re, fa, mi, do. If you need, check with an instrument to make sure you're still in the key. So, okay. So now I'm ready to record the 4th and last tracks here. That's it. So I just sang SATV, root position 5-7, resolving to root position 1, all by myself. Let's hear the results. It's probably going to be bad, but we'll hear it. Okay, so that's it. I finished the recording project, but now I have to save it. So I go to File, and you save as. I clicked on Save As, and this is gonna be in the GarageBand file, but I don't want that. I actually want it to be exported just as a sound file. So how do I do that? Let me see. Share. Okay, so on the menu here, you want to click on Share, and then you can export song to disk. And by doing that, you get to choose that you can save it as an MP3, which is just a sound file of your recording. And if you want to make it a little nicer, which I didn't do, you can add some reverb, and so it will sound like you're in a cathedral setting kind of sound. So that's how you record yourself on GarageBand, multiple tracks using GarageBand. I hope that helps.